Señoritas y señores, bienvenidos a otro video para Español 1. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see, señoritas y señores, I am back here in my salón de clases, in the classroom. It's after school, it's nice and quiet, and it's time for me to continue showing you how to do some stuff that you need to know for Spanish 1. The last video that we saw, or that you guys saw, you guys were practicing Chapter 1A vocabulary, and I hope you got that down. But now, we are going to focus on the grammar section of Chapter 1A, Capítulo 1A. And so that way we could put it all together and start making coherent Español sentences, quality Español sentences. So once again, señoritas y señores, thank you very much. Muchas gracias for checking in with me on YouTube. Don't forget to leave a comment below for your homework points. But it's your responsibility to watch the video all the way through and to know the stuff on this video, because that way you're ready for tests and quizzes en la clase de Español. Follow me to my computadora, por favor. Let's get started. Okay, clase, back in my natural habitat. Here we are en la clase de Español. And once again, Chapter 1A, grammar. So let's take a look at what you're dealing with here, shall we? Let's see. Ta-da! As always, online version of the textbook is very useful. All right, so you follow the links over here, and then of course this is what you wind up with. Let's go full screen. So this is your libro. Hey, feel free to use your real libro too. And let's first talk about something called infinitives, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you know what verbs are in English. You're going to need to know what verbs are in Español. They are classified as infinitives, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So everyone knows how to use verbs in English. They're the words that are most often used to name actions. They have different forms depending on who is doing the action or when the action is occurring. So let's take the verb to walk, or walk, okay? So everyone knows that you say I walk, you walk. He walks with an S at the end. She walks with an S at the end. All right. We walk. If it's past tense, it's we walked. So the word walk takes on various forms depending on who's doing the action and depending on when the action is taking place. It could be present tense. It could be past tense. It could be future tense. It's the same approach for Spanish. The most basic form of a verb in Spanish is called the infinitive. All right. And the way it roughly translates into English is if they usually have the word to in front of them. So swim is a verb, but to swim is the English version of nadar, for example. Okay. To read is the English translation to leer. To write, escribir. All right, so you can spot the infinitives because they usually have the word to in front of them. To swim, to write, to read, to write. So the infinitives in Spanish, you know, they don't have a separate word like to in front of them. It's just the actual word, and they're classified under 3 categories. Infinitives in Spanish always end in AR, ER, or IR. They always end in AR, ER, or IR. So once again, our 3 English verbs, let's translate them into Spanish, and I mentioned them already. Nadar, to swim. It's AR ending, so it goes in the AR column. Leer, to read. ER ending, it goes in the ER column. And then finally, of course, escribir, to write. IR ending, it goes into the IR column. So those 3 categories are Spanish infinitives. And then later in La Clase de Español, you'll see how to take your infinitive, and then it kind of morphs, it kind of changes, it kind of does a conjugation. You're going to have to conjugate your verbs in Spanish so that you can indicate correctly in Spanish who's doing the action and when the action is taking place. But again, that's something for another day. That's a quick look at Spanish infinitivos, aka infinitives, ladies and gentlemen. Moving right along in Chapter 1A, ladies and gentlemen, Now I am on página 34, page 34. And as you can see, we're going to be reading something about cognates. Well, actually, you know what? We don't have to spend too much time on this because the concept is pretty simple. Words that look alike have similar meanings in both English and Spanish are called cognates. Fancy word for something very simple, okay? Cognates. In Spanish, you would call those cognados. But again, something that's very, very fácil with a really tough name, but at the same time, a very easy concept to remember. Take a look at these Spanish words to the left, and then take a look at their English equivalents to the right. All right, so let's take a look at the Spanish word popular. Repeat after me. Popular. Popular. All right. Repeat after me. Usar. Usar. To use. Repeat after me. Guitarra. Guitarra. Okay, looking at the word, you can see it looks just like guitar. And then, one last time. Computadora. Computadora. All right. And then, of course, if you take a look at computadora, you'll know that the English equivalent is computer. And the reason why cognates are so useful is because when you're learning Spanish, it'll help you understand what you read. It'll increase your vocabulary. But you recognize words that are similar both in English and Spanish, and then using your context clues skills that you picked up from English class, you kind of build around that. You play detective and you kind of just, figure out like piece by piece little pieces of the puzzle and then put it all together eventually. So cognates are very useful in learning Español. Negatives, everybody. The theme of the chapter is what do you like to do? ¿Qué te gusta hacer? But then sometimes you might be presented with an activity that you don't like to do. All right. So top of page 36. To make a sentence negative in Spanish, you usually put the word no in front of the verb or expression. In English, you usually use the word not. Okay, so, if you say me gusta cantar, I like to sing, put the no in front. Now, I don't like to sing. No me gusta cantar. All right? In Spanish, it is possible for you to use the word no twice. Sometimes in English, it doesn't work, but in Spanish, it definitely works, okay? The first no answers the question. The second no says I do not or don't. All right, so take a look at this example. ¿Te gusta escribir cuentos? Do you like to write stories? No, comma, no me gusta. So again, first no answers the question. Second no is part of no me gusta. I don't like it, okay? And then, of course, here's a couple of examples. ¿Te gusta cantar? No, comma, no me gusta nada. No, I don't like it at all. So notice that this one sentence right over here, answering if you like to sing in Spanish, it has 3 negative words in it. And that's something that doesn't tend to happen very much in English. Okay, so it is possible for you to use more than one negative in a Spanish sentence. Sometimes you are presented with a choice of 2 things or more. But sometimes if you don't like neither of them, then you're going to use something called ni. Once again, you're going to use ni. No me gusta ni nadar ni dibujar. Okay, so I don't like either swimming or drawing, or another way to say that is I like neither swimming nor drawing. Okay, ni. All right, ni. Over here on page 38, agreeing and disagreeing with somebody. To agree with a person that likes something, you would say a mí también. Once again, a mí también. It's like saying me too in English. Me gusta pasar tiempo con amigos. A mí también. Me too. Yeah, I like spending time with my friends. Me too. But then if somebody tells you that he or she dislikes something and you agree that you do not like that either or neither, then you would say a mí tampoco. Once again, a mí tampoco. It's like saying me neither or neither do I in English. No me gusta cantar. No me gusta nada cantar. A mí tampoco. So you're agreeing with the person saying, I don't like to do that neither. All right? And that's all there is to agreeing and disagreeing with somebody. Finally, señoritas y señores, let's take a look at some pronunciation skills in Español. Let's analyze a couple of vowels. The cool thing about Spanish, it has the same vowels as English. A, E, I, O, and U. Sometimes Y, but we're going to leave Y out of this, okay? A, E, I, O, or U in English, but A, E, I, O, and U in Español. The vowel sounds in Spanish are different from those in English. In Spanish, each vowel has just one sound. Yeah. Spanish vowels are also quicker and shorter than those in English, all right? So, for example, let's take the vowel A, and I'll tell you this in class, but let's take the vowel A in English. If you take the vowel A and you put it in the word base, as in baseball, so the vowel A in base, that's representative of the letter A, the vowel A. But then the very next word, if you want to say baseball, is ball. So now you have A and A, baseball. Okay, so from one vowel you have A, all, and then if you're using a bat in baseball, now the letter A, you can pronounce it ah. So you see how crazy it is, So you have from one vowel in English, A, ah, and that's just for one letter, the letter A. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is that in Spanish, it's not like that. You have one sound and one sound only. Ah, for the letter A. That's it. Ah. Every word in the Spanish language that has the letter A as a vowel always is pronounced ah. That's it. Okay. So that's the letter A. So it's similar to the sound in the English word pop. So it has a ah sound. So listen to and say these words. Andar, hablar, cantar, nadar, trabajar, pasar. All right. The letter E is similar to the sound in the English word met. So it has a eh sound. Listen to these words. Tele, me, es, Elena, deportes. All right. So again, eh sound. The letter I is similar to the sound in the English word see. So a E sound. So if you've already seen, the letter Y sometimes has the same sound as E. So E for the letter Y and E for the letter I. But try saying these words. Repeat after me. Sí, escribir, patinar, lápiz, ti, mi. All right. And it says here to listen to and say this rhyme. A, E, I. El perro canta para ti. A, E, I. El tigre baile para mí. All right. You can try it on your own. If you want to substitute el gato for el perro and la zebra for el tigre, tiger. But there you go. Those are the vowels A, E, I in Spanish. And of course, O and U. O and U. That's it. So the cool thing about Spanish is that the vowels all have one sound, and that is it. All killer, no filler. All right. Speaking of all killer, no filler, ladies and gentlemen, this just concluded an all killer, no filler video for you guys. Well, we do have a little bit more reading to do. Like, for example, in class, I'm going to have you guys read all about España. But other than that, I think that's just about gonna do it for this video, señoritas y señores. So, as always, por favor, leave a comment in the section below where you put your comments so that you can get the homework points. And I'm going to just tell you right now, muchas gracias a todos. Thank you very much for watching these homework videos. So, this has been Señor Barbosa presenting to Español 1 video número 4. And thanks again for watching these videos. Let's practice en la clase de Español, and I will catch you in the next one. So, adios for now, and I'll see you very, very soon. Buenas tardes. Adios.